It's good to be back. It's good to be here. What's up, Paul? Are you good?
I'm doing great, thank God. How about you?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I hope you guys can hear us. We're right here. You can actually not see Paul right now. Hopefully, we'll have two cameras a little bit in the future, and you'll be able to see him, but he's somewhere there. It's good to see everybody who is joining us right now. And let me just tell you this, guys. If you can like this stream if you already like it. You might be here right now and you like it already. So, press the like button. But most importantly, let us know in the comment section where you're joining from. And third, you can copy this link and share with somebody. All right? Share with someone. Some of you thought I forgot you. But no. Ain't nobody going to forget you guys. All right? It's a very special day. And I think it's important for all of us to celebrate here. I'll tell you this, man. We're not really celebrating the Easter of everybody.
Yes.
We don't do that, right? But we only do it for, this Easter of Ethiopia and Eritrea.
Why?
Why are we doing that?
Maybe let me ask you. I
have
to ask you that because every single time when Ethiopia is celebrating Easter, you're always being so excited and just like doing a live and talk and wish them the happy Easter. So I don't know why. Even your own Easter, you don't even celebrating like the way you're celebrating right now.
I don't even do it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I guess I have a little soft spot for Ethiopia.
For Ethiopian people.
I think I have a soft spot in me. So, I just found myself doing that,
I can see.
Yeah, right. So I think this is very special. I don't know why I'm doing also. I don't know why, but I just find myself doing this. I guess I'm just excited. Paul, I think we're gonna need that right now. It's getting hot in here already. We just got started. So guys, copy this link, share with somebody. Let them know that we are right here. Okay, Swahili Nation, One Africa. We're right here, right now. Specifically for our people in Ethiopia and Eritrea as well. Okay, let me say this, guys. A lot of time when I talk about this stuff, it sounds like Eritrea is just the addition to what I'm doing. But let me make this clear. This is specifically for the two countries in Africa that are celebrating Easter. And according to their own calendar, because you guys know that Ethiopia and Eritrea, they have their own calendar. So we are celebrating these two countries here today. So I don't want anybody to feel like you're a substitute. No, all of you guys, you mean a lot to us. All of you guys, you have the same spot right here at Swahili Nation. And we celebrate you. Come on, Paul. I know, Paul, you want to go to Ethiopia so bad. You've been listening, you've been hearing about Ethiopia for a long time. But now you want to go there so bad, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to talk for you, man. Talk for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I want to go to see that country because it seems like there's a lot of things which are more different with our own country.
Yeah.
And actually, even you make me being inspired to go there because whatever you talk about Ethiopia, you just make me being curious. Like, what's so special about Ethiopia? Yeah. So I just want to go and eat some injera,
You want to have some injera?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Guys, by the way, I'm going to invite you guys to come in here. I'll share the link in the comment section for all Ethiopians. If you want to come join me in this stream, you can come and also you can share your heart. Yeah. Let me ask you this, Paul. So what is one thing you like about Ethiopia?
One thing that I truly like about Ethiopia is the uniqueness that they have, basing on how they truly value their culture, and their identity. So for me, it's really inspires me a lot. Like when I come across with someone who keeps a lot or appreciate he or she's identity.
Yeah.
So I think Ethiopia is one of the people that's in Africa that they truly appreciate the way they are, their culture, their languages, and everything that's defined them being Ethiopia. So I think that's one of the things that I truly love from Ethiopia. Yeah.
I mean, you said it all. You said it all, and it's right. I think there's a lot of things to learn, from Ethiopia. To learn, and when I'm saying learning, I mean in a good way and bad way as well.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of things to learn, right? Yeah. I don't take pleasure to say this, but you can always learn, you can always take a positive side of things, sure. Right? For instance, if you, I don't like this example, but I'll give it anyways. Yeah. For instance, if you grew up from all right, how should I say, man? Okay, let me just say this. If you grew up from a very abusive family, yeah, right? Let's say like you had a daddy who was very abusive. Yeah. Okay, if you had a good daddy, that means you actually talk about the if you had like a good daddy. Yes. For example, when I look at my dad, yeah. The only thing I'm thinking about is that, hey, I wanna be like just a little bit like that man. Yeah. I wanna be like my dad one day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be like him. That is my aspiration. That is my desire to be like him when I grow up. Yeah. Okay, I'm already old right now, but that is my desire to be here. And yeah. Another thing is that on the opposite side, if you grew up from a very abusive family, your dad was beating the heck out of you, all right? He was not staying at home. He left your mom a long time ago, and he just, he left you with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You had nothing. You're growing up thinking that when I grow up, I don't want to be like my dad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so your dad, he's actually the standard, yeah, of you not to be like that. So, okay, if you grew up with a good daddy, then you're thinking about, I want to be like, this is the standard. I want to be like my dad. If you grew up with a bad daddy, you're like, you know what? Now I know what kind of person I should never be. Yeah. Sure. What kind of dad I should never be for my kids. Yeah. What kind of husband I should never be for my wife. Because I have, and that's the side that I always look at too. When I look at my family, when I look at my friends, and I look at different countries in Africa, when I look at Ethiopia, I feel the same thing, that I see a lot of positive sides of the country, just like any other country. Every single country, guys, don't let nobody fool you. Every single country in Africa, in the world, they all have positive sides and negative sides. Yeah, sure. So when we talk about positive sides, it doesn't mean that we say there's no negative sides, but we choose to focus on the positive side at that particular moment, because we do believe that at this particular moment, what is needed is the positive side of this country. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? We think about this, we pray about this before doing this. God, we thank you. Thank you for allowing us to come here today. And as we continue with this session, we pray for your wisdom, we pray for the understanding, and for your spirit to come here to be with us. Most importantly, to touch every single one of these people who are watching right now. We praise you, we give you thanks. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. So we pray about this and we think about it thoroughly and and extremely careful that, okay, this moment is the time for us to talk about the positive side. Not meaning that there's not negative side. Like when we went to Rwanda, the same thing as well, right? Okay, right now what the country is going through the difficult time, remembering of the tragedies that happened, 30 years ago. Yeah. I'll be out of my mind if I just start bashing that this is that. People are already mourning. People already are not in the good state of their lives. People are already suffering because of what happened in the past. So the only thing I can do is to bring the message of hope. That, hey, you know what? We hear you. You know what? We see you. We understand you. You guys are the best. Your country is the best. Your leadership is... That's the only thing I can do. Yeah. And so the same thing, when I look at Ethiopia, the country I love, but I love the entire continent of Africa, so don't be offended if you're not from Ethiopia. You have to understand that. Yeah. When I look at Ethiopia, the country I dearly love, and I'm looking at the good side, the bright side, which I lived in it. I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah. I experienced it, and I still experiencing right now, even though a lot of them, they left. Yeah. But I still experience it all the time. Yeah. So the only thing I can do is to talk about them, because this is what gives people hope. Because we don't want to be kind of platform that we always bash on things and people are losing hope. Yes, we talk a lot of bad things happening in the continent, but at the same time, our goal and our vision, and you know this, we talk all the time in the group, that we put so much thought into it to the point that even our team, we have our guy who is dealing with the thumbnails. I always tell him this, that when you make thumbnail, make sure that it's a thumbnail that gives people hope. The picture we use, the picture we describe, I don't want it to look too negative. The message could be, yes, it could be like that, but I want somebody, when they come to our video, they just see the thumbnail, they see hope.
Yeah.
When they listen to our message, even though I bash on them, but they still feel there's a hope for tomorrow. They still feel like, oh yeah, yes, our country can be transformed. Yes, I have a part to play to my country, and I am grateful because we have those people. When they come and watch and listening to what we produce, they feel hope again, revived again, and they see like a rising morning star.
Yeah.
The horizon, beginning of something new. They see it and they're like, you know what? I got to do something for my country. You know what? I cannot give up on my country, no matter how in messed up situation we are right now, but I shall never give up. I shall never walk away. I shall never lose hope. I will always hang on to that hope and believe that there will be a better future for my children. And I'm going to wake up. I'm not going to sleep. I'm going to fight for my next generation, for my children, so that they will be in a better place. Not in the crappy situation I am right now, but I want them to be in a better place than where I am right now. That is the message I want you guys to get. And that is the message I want the leaders of Africa, the entire continent of Africa, to get. For those who hate on me, I want you guys to get that message, that the point is not us to bash on people. We're not creating our careers out of bashing people. No, we already have careers, but this is the purpose that God has given us to transform this continent, not by bringing negative energy, but by bringing hope. And that hope can only come from God. Jesus Christ, the one that you guys are celebrating today. Happy Easter, everybody. And that was just introduction. Paul, I saw you had something to say. But I hope people from TikTok that can hear you, because you're a little bit far away. You know what? Hold that chair. Or you can sit right here, because I want them to hear you. You can sit right there. Yeah.
All right. You asked me about what I love or what I like about Ethiopia.
Yes.
But if you ask me, if someone asked me, like, why do you think like Mika loves so much about Ethiopia? Actually, I don't know specifically. Like, what do you really like most about Ethiopia? Maybe now you can talk about it. Like, what do you like most about Ethiopia?
Okay, what do I like most about Ethiopia? Wow, what is there not to like about Ethiopia? You know what I'm saying? What is there not to like about this country? By the way, we say Ethiopia and Eritrea. Don't forget Eritrea.
All right.
I've never been to Eritrea yet.
Yeah.
I would love to go there.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. I would love to go to Eritrea, because the people of Eritrea have been complaining for so long.
Yeah.
Being ignored and being disregarded.
Yeah.
But I love Eritrea. I would love to go there one day.
Exactly.
When the right time comes, when the doors open. I would love to go there.
Yeah.
Then I think I'll have a lot to talk about that country as well. Now I have a lot to talk about Ethiopia, about Rwanda, about Zambia, about South Africa, about Kenya, about Tanzania. Even though I talk a lot about that, but Eritrea, I want you guys to understand, I want to come to your country as well. When the time is right, we shall come and we shall talk more about that. All right. So your question, you asked me a question.
So I know, as you said before, that you have a love for African countries. I know that, and everyone knows that you love Africa. But when it comes to Ethiopia, we see some kind of different. So the way you talk about Ethiopia, it's too different, like the way you talk to other countries.
Yeah,
we see that, you know, and then maybe I'm not the only one who not see that, but even some people, they might not see that.
Yeah.
So you can even see you've been more than 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, in Ethiopia. So the love you receive from the people of Ethiopia, man, I remember even when we were in Zambia, like Ethiopian people were treating you like a king more than Zambian people. So they know how much you love Ethiopian.
Yeah.
So maybe you can talk on that.
Yes.
Like, what's so special about Ethiopia?
I love that question.
Why do you, what mostly about most thing that you truly love Ethiopia? It seems like it's not a normal love, you know. It seems like Ethiopia is into your blood. So
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us.
Some people, they think I got a wife from Ethiopia. Guys, I'm not married. I don't have a wife from Ethiopia. Let me say this.
Yeah.
That's a very good question. But okay, let me answer like this. I'll be very politically correct. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that, but I'll say it anyway. Think about this. If you went to a country 5 times,
Yeah.
okay, if you go 1 time, obviously you will see things you love about that country.
Yeah.
Of course, you see things you hate about that place as well.
Oh yeah.
If you go the 2nd time, 3rd time, 4th time, 5th time, obviously the experience that I had in Ethiopia, I think it's more than any other country except the country that I was born from. You understand?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if today I go to Kenya 5 more times, or to Rwanda I go to 5 times, I think I will talk as much as I do with Ethiopia as well. Because I keep seeing more things. I keep experiencing more things. That to say, I've met more people, more Ethiopian people than any other Africans in any other country. Except my country. Except the country I was born from. Right? That means I've been to more places in Ethiopia than any other places in any other country. That means I've eaten a lot of Ethiopian food than any other food. You understand? Everything it means more. So obviously, the love comes from experience, right? Experience is what generates this love or hate that people could have towards somebody. But for me, I'm kind of guy that I always look on the bright side. I see the negative side, but I don't dwell on that because it doesn't help me. It helps me to learn, and it helps me to figure out how can we move forward from where we are. But most importantly, it shows me where not to go. That example I gave it before. So that I would say would be my first answer why I love Ethiopia and I talk about Ethiopia so much. That'll be the first thing. The second thing, I think, when I started this movement, we started in South Korea. Okay? But we came to the continent. Why are you laughing, man? We came to the continent, and then the first African country to visit was Ethiopia. I did not know that until right now, that this is actually the first country that the first human being was found there, right? Coffee was discovered there. This is the only country that was never colonized, right? This is the country that if you want to experiencing like the pure African culture, you go to Ethiopia, right? Because even if, I'll say this, that, our culture been highly westernized because of colonization. And I think even Ethiopia right now, as I can say right now, because if you go, you will see those elements of that. But it's not like other countries in the continent. And I think it's because of that. And this also was the only country that the people of the country, they beat Italians, not once, twice. And they were never colonized. So, okay. All of this is like first. And also they say this is the land of origin. Ethiopia, the land of origin, right? And this is the country that it has, like, Ethiopian airline, one of the greatest airline in the continent, right? And you can talk about, the dam that they're creating right now, right? You can talk about this is #1 country for everything, even for conflicts. It's #1 country. You understand what I'm saying? Like, #1 country in everything. If I say that you guys are not going to hate on me, I already gave you your flowers. You're not going to hate on me. You know what I'm saying? That was very strategic. You started the good side, and then I put this little bit. You said I'm not going to talk about that today. No. I'm not going to let you guys go. This is #1 country in everything. Yeah. Right? Yeah. This is the country. Let me tell you this. Ethiopia is the country that, look at my impression, all right? Ethiopia is the country that when you listen to it, or when you talk about it, or when you go there, your face will be like this. Yeah, it's the country that has a lot of dynamics. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Like you're not gonna stay happy forever. There will come a time that you'll be like this. Oh yeah. And you'll be like, I'll forget about this. I'm out of here. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is that kind of country. So this is kind of country that your emotions, if you're a man of emotions, all right, your emotions will be like roller coaster. It goes up and down every time. If you have a problem with heart disease, I pray that
yeah.
you don't look at the news of Ethiopia, you know what I'm saying? Because you will, and then later you lost somebody because of the pressure and everything, right? So, and you guys, you know, I mean, you guys, you can just see the videos we made about Ethiopia. You can go to the comment section and then you can see that raw cost, right? But thank God that, you know, he gave me strong heart. So it does not really matter. So what not to love about Ethiopia? I was trying to remember that expression. What not to love about this country? I don't see anything that I'll say because I don't love this country. I don't see it. Yes, there's a lot of pressure, you know, a pressure from the people. When something is going bad, they want you to talk about it. They want you to side with them. They want you to do that. But we're always very careful with that. So we just come to a message, drop your tribe, and we just want one Ethiopia, one peace for this country, and all of that. Because we're trying to be careful, you know, not to disregard another group of people, because everybody has been hurt in one way or another. And if we focus on the negative side, then we're not going to rebuild our country. We're not going to unite our people. The best thing is to focus on the unity of our people, of the country, and thinking about the brighter future for our generation and for our kids, right? So that's how I stand all the time. We stand there. And this is what I would say. Okay, I forgot another thing. Another thing is this, that you asked me that question. That question I'm going to answer for 1 hour. You just asked me questions.
Actually, I'm still having a lot of questions.
Okay, I'm going to give you a chance. You just ask me questions. I'll be answering today a question. Another reason is that when we started the movement of One Africa, I told you we started in South Korea, but launching here in Africa went to Ethiopia. Addis Ababa, we did it there. The love was incredible. That was the very first event we did. Actually, the first and the last, because they haven't done any other event. Very first event we did, and people came. People showed up for the first time. This was the first time people came. Not only that, but this was the country that for the very first time I was given opportunity to produce 2 shows in the TV, Ars TV. Shout out to them. I produced, if you look at those videos, they're written producer Mika Chavala. First time to produce shows in Africa, Ethiopia. So this is the country that believed in my, in my heart for Africa, believe in my ability, creativity. And this CEO of Ars TV, I remember his name is Daniel. Dan, he gave me an opportunity to produce show. It was like, you know what, Mika, you do whatever you want to do. We're going to show it for you. You just produce. And I went. And also this time, this was the time that I met my brother, the people that I used to work with. I remember, my brother Ebenezer, my brother Sadeke, right? I think the first meeting I met them, first time I went to Ethiopia, I met Ebenezer and Sadeke. He surprised me in the show. And he's right here. So I'm going to put him on, but a little bit later. Just hang him there for a little bit. I'm going to put him on. So all of this, I think you understand. If you're not coming from Ethiopia and you're wondering why this guy, he loves so much about Ethiopia and all this stuff, I want you guys to understand that this country is #1 in everything. So let me remind you, Ethiopians, that you guys are #1 in everything. We have a responsibility to work on the negative side of it. Positive side, you guys are doing pretty well. We have a responsibility to work on the negative side. We have a responsibility of bringing our people together. If you have children, you have a responsibility to teach your kids not about just their tribe. Teach their tribe, but also teach them about one Ethiopia. Teach them that there's other tribes in Ethiopia, 80-something, and all of us are Ethiopians. Teach them about that. Yes, tell them the truth, but raise them as a generation that will embrace the oneness of Ethiopia. Because the issues that are going on today, they did not start today. They started a long time ago. If we cannot change the way we teach our children today, the same issues we're struggling with today, we're going to keep struggling with 1,000 years to come. So we can change, we can turn this cycle of conflicts, this cycle of wars, this cycle of, of what, instability in the country by starting teaching our kids about one Ethiopia today. So education is everything, and not only from class, but education starts from home. What do you tell your kids when you sit at the table, dinner table in the evening, eating with your babies? What do you tell them about other tribes? What do you tell them about their own tribe? Are you telling them that their tribe is superior than any other tribe in the country? Because if you do that, that seed is going to grow, and even when they grow up, they keep thinking that, you know what, we are superior than any other tribe. We deserve more than any other tribe. As a result, you will never have peace in the country, simply because everybody is responsible. That's why I always do not agree with those people who only complain and blaming the leadership. Yes, leadership might not be doing their job, but we as a parents, we as a people, do we teach our kids the same thing or otherwise? Because you might be pointing fingers at somebody, but you sit with your kids at the table and you teach them how their tribe is better than anybody else. How the tribe, they are humiliated. You can teach the history that, you know what, we're humiliated. This and this was done to us, but there's always should be but this is the right way to go. But this is where we should go. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because some of you think I do not understand the situation in Ethiopia. Yes, I do not understand like Ethiopians 100%. I do not. Like, I do not claim to be expert on politics or a situation happening in Ethiopia. No, I know nothing about that. But I know to some extent. I've been to that country 5 times. I know. Some of you, perhaps, you've never even been in your country. But I know. I've been there 5 times. I know to some extent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know. And even if I did not know, I'm an African. I can talk about Ethiopia. Ethiopia is an African country. So what do we teach our kids? Because I'm telling you, leader can make a decision today in Ethiopia, but things will never change because things started from the roots. You understand? Eh? It starts from the family level. Start there. Start from the family level, guys. The only way to change the situation, to change the future of Ethiopia, is starting from a family. Your dad, mom, you have 2 babies, teach them about one Ethiopia. Teach them about their history. Of course, teach them about the history of their tribe, but there should always be but. You can teach them. You can say, yes, you're an Ethiopian. Yes, you're an Amhara. Oh, you're an Ethiopian. You're a Romeo. Oh, you're an Ethiopian. You're Tigrayan. But you are an Ethiopian. But you're special in your own way. They're special in their own way. You guys are not different people. You guys are the same people. We're always one people. You understand what I'm saying? This is the education we can teach our kids in our houses. You cannot expect a leader to change the mindset of 120 million people or more than that while all these families are not teaching the same thing. No, no, no. That's too much burden to wear. I'm telling you. I'm not saying they don't have their fault. No, 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 no. Try to get what I'm trying to say. All right, just try to get that. If you're in the diaspora, you're an Ethiopian, you have your family, teach your babies about Ethiopia. Teach your babies about tell them the stories about Adwa, how Ethiopians came together and fought together in solidarity to bring about independence to the country. Teach them about that. Tell them the positive sides of Ethiopia. You can tell them the negative side as well, but should always be but. Tell them that, you know, we are in this crappy situation because my parents did not teach me good about my country. Perhaps that's the reason. Because if you find out today, conflicts are happening in Ethiopia, but people outside of Ethiopia, they're not even together. They're separating. I talk to my friends. My friends are telling me the situation is hard. One of them I had a call with yesterday. It's difficult. Call for almost 1 hour at the phone. Difficult. This person, I've never talked to this person. It's my first time. She called me and I was talking to her. 1 hour. Things that she expressed. Things that she say, brother, we need to come together. We need to do something. Because I see she said this is what she said. Say, I see that we are going to be recolonized again. And in my mind, I was thinking that, oh, we are already recolonized. She's saying this. And imagine Ethiopia is never been colonized before. Say, I see this. We should do something. We're late. We should do something. We should do right now. It's urgent. This is the lady. She's worrying about the future of her children, her child. She's worried, say, what should we do? We should do something, brother. And I'm listening. I'm like, man, I've had this conversation a lot of time. Always talk about we should do something, we should do something, we should do something, we should do something, and nothing has been done. We should do something, nothing has been done. And that's why right now we're advocating for people. Very close friend of mine in Zambia. Shout out to Yenu, by the way, from Zambia. I met Yenu from Zambia, and Yenu, she was saying this. You know, she was telling me the stories how she was teaching her children about Ethiopia, about everything, and I was really fascinated. There's the lady, and I know you guys are doing a better job to teach the children the good manner, to teach about the history of Ethiopia and everything, which is wonderful, which is perfect. But I see this, even though things might not change today, but I see a hope for Ethiopia in one generation to come if we teach our children different things today. So, Paul, you hold on. You want to ask those questions because I want to bring in Sadeke here. You want to ask those questions before I bring in my brother Sadeke?
Yeah.
Sadeke, let me know in the private chat how many minutes do you have. You can shoot me with another question. What's up, everybody? I love you guys. Talking about Ethiopia today. Happy Easter, everybody. We love you. Shoot me with another question. Let's go.
All right. So another question that I would just want to ask you.
Yes.
Because since we've been talking about Ethiopia in all the videos, and basing on the experience that I have, on the understanding, that's the way I know Ethiopia. It seems like Ethiopia outside, we see them like the special people.
Yeah.
Are so special in many things, but it seems like themselves, they don't recognize that.
Mm.
You make me to know that if they truly understanding the way outside of their country, the way people they appreciate them. I don't know if they know that. So for you, the way you know Ethiopia, if you're given maybe a chance or a power to make some changes on Ethiopian people, what are things maybe you be starting with?
So let me hold on to that question a little bit.
Yes.
I'm going to bring in my brother. Remind me that I'm going to come to that question. Let me bring in my brother Sadeke. How are you, Dr. Sadeke?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
I miss that voice, man. I can hear you, man. I can hear you loud. How are you, brother?
Happy Easter. Happy Ethiopian Easter.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, my brother. How are you, man?
All is good. All is good.
Yeah. It's been a moment. It's good to have you back here.
Yeah.
Well,
glad to be
I think
part of the family.
Yes, come again.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back in the family.
Yes. You're always welcome, brother. You're always welcome. And you hear what we talk about. We're talking about your country, man. We talk about everything. But I would love to give you this an opportunity as well. If you have any message, to your people this Easter and anything, I thought I should bring you back to have a familiar voice,
Yeah.
the children of this house.
Yeah, I mean, today's Easter. It's a day of the good news. It's the day of resurrection. It's the day of hope. It's something where we should think of, no matter how much the suffering, there's always going to be glory in the end. So that's what we learn from Jesus' gospel. So I think it's the time to pray on that, to take some kind of a time for self-reflection. So everybody who is in conflict, or everybody who is afraid of things, or anybody in fear, in stress, in depression, just take a moment to self-reflect. And even though there is a lot of suffering, there will be glory in the end. So that's the hope that God gives us. And through that self-reflection, we need to think that things that we are proud of, things that we really take in high regards of, whether it is ethnicity, whether it's religion, whichever thing it is, it it doesn't amount to the love what is given to us by God, which is the patience, the always the forgiveness that is given to us every day, even though we do lots of things every day. Even there's always a chance for redemption. So it's the time to think of the hope that we need to pray on. That's my message for everybody, because this is the day of Easter.
Oh yeah, yeah. We appreciate you, brother. Appreciate for that message. Thank you very much for that message. We receive it. The message of hope, message of encouragement, and yeah. I don't know, man. There's nothing to add there. You're always a wise guy. I know every time when I need wisdom, I come to you for wisdom. It's been a while I didn't come, but not because I don't need wisdom, but because the wisdom you gave me, I'm still using it. So yeah,
Good.
yeah, brother. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. I just wanted to bring you in here, to share a little bit that message of hope to our fellow people, and it's very important to hear that from our people, and that's it. So you be free, and my brother, he's gone, of course. But I appreciate everybody who is right here. Yeah, I wanted to bring you in, my brother, to share that message of hope, and then we move forward.
Yeah. If you have any questions to ask me, then I can. If anything that you want me to comment on, I can do that.
Yeah.
Before I
Oh,
go
perhaps
out.
you should ask that question to Sadeke. What was the question about?
Hello.
I mean, and you almost met Sadeke, man. You
Oh, yeah.
almost met Sadeke.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's leave that word. Yeah. I did not even think about it. Sadeke, I don't want to disclose that because I don't know if it's something official. No, so I'll just keep it. Yeah, I'll just keep shut. Ask that question, man. Ask that question, man.
Happy Easter, Sadeke.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. So my question, the first question I asked Mika was, we people who are outside of Ethiopian country, like we have read a lot of history about Ethiopia, and we just came to realize that Ethiopian people and the country itself, like it's so special compared to other African countries, and so basing on that, it's like in our mind we just see like that's appreciation that we give to Ethiopian people. It's huge, like compared to others people. So my question, and this question,
you mean you or me?
No, me.
You mean me?
Not you.
You.
Me.
Okay, let me just say that Ethiopia is special.
Yeah,
in
special.
its own way.
Yeah, on its own way.
As much as other African countries.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
But as much as other African countries, but it's quite different. It's quite different.
How different?
As you said a lot. You said a lot of things. The uniqueness of Ethiopian here. Okay, so yeah, and everyone knows when you talk about Ethiopia. So it's a lot of things that we can differentiate with other African countries. But it seems like even Ethiopia themselves, they don't see what we see outside. So I don't know why.
That's how you feel, right?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like
Sadeke?
even Ethiopia themselves, like they don't see that uniqueness. So once we listen on medias and everything that is going on Ethiopia, so then we just step back and think, okay, maybe Ethiopia, they don't see what we see outside. So I just want to know what's maybe the reason why.
You know, before Sadeki, let me answer that question, because you asked that question was the second one. Let me answer. I can handle this guy, Sadeki. For you need difficult questions, Let me say this. No, it's not that Ethiopians, they don't see what we see outside. Because I learned that from them. I saw how they love their country.
Yeah.
I saw how they talk about their country. I saw how they value their traditions, culture, and everything. I saw it, and I took it from them. I put it to myself.
Oh yeah.
So I became what they are. You know what I'm saying? Or who they are. You know, whatever it is. I saw that, and then I took. But I think because of this roller coaster situation that are happening a lot of time.
Yeah.
When they're at the peak, that's the only thing they talk about.
Oh yeah.
When they're at the bottom and at the curve, as if they forgot everything.
Oh yeah.
And that's when I come. I come to remind them.
Yeah.
That's why you see my message all the time is remember who you are. That is the message I always talk to Ethiopians.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the last video I released about Ethiopia, my message was this: guys, remember who you are, where you're coming from, why are you here, what can you do, where you're going. 5 questions. Remember who you are. Not because they don't know, they know it, but because of all these storms that are coming. You know, it reminds me of the story of Jesus when he was at the boat, right, with his disciples. He told this at the beginning, hey, let us cross over to the other side, right? And his disciples, they're like, okay, sure, let's go. But I think they did not kept that word in their heart.
Oh yeah.
Just like today, Ethiopia went through a lot in the past and they conquered, but sometimes they don't remember what they've been through before. I feel like that. I'm not saying that that is the case, but I feel like that sometimes when I look at when they're at the curve and what's happening there, right? So he told them there, while they were crossing over, remember the word of Jesus. The only thing you need as a man or as a human being today, our pastor is telling this, that the only word you need as a man is the word of God. Once you have the word of God, then you go ahead, you do whatever, and you're going to prosper. You need the word. You have the word, you move forward, you go forward. Right? So while they were crossing over to the other side in the boat, what happened? The storm hit the boat. Huge storm came, and the boat was just going like this. They were about to sink. The boat was about to sink at the middle of the ocean. They forgot who they were, and they forgot who they had in their boat with them. They forgot. And they forgot the word that Christ told them before they started the journey. He told them this: let us cross over to the other side. He did not tell them that let us die at the middle of the sea.
Oh, yeah.
He did not say that. So they forgot that. And as a result, they were complaining. They're like, oh. So Christ was just sleeping somewhere in the cushion, as if nothing happening, but the huge storm is coming. Christ is sleeping. He's dreaming, with the dreams of heaven and all this stuff,
Oh, yeah.
And they went there. They mess Christ. They mess Christ sleep in that day. When they wake him out, they're like, Christ, wake up, wake up. Don't you care that we are about to die? Yeah. Why are you sleeping and we are dying right here at the middle of the sea? And you know what? Christ, I believe this was not written in the scripture, but I believe Christ rose up with so much anger. And it was like, with so much anger, he rose up and was like, poof. Oh, yeah. How dare you? You woke me out from my sleep. That is my own version of the Bible, by the way. How dare you? You woke me out from the sleep. I was taking a nap there. I barely sleep. I always preach. I always pray. I barely do anything. But how dare you come against my sleep? And then he looked at the ocean. He looked at the sea. And he was like, come. And no, he said, peace, be still. 3 words. And the storm came down and they crossed over to the other side. So why I'm sharing this? I'm sharing this because this is how I feel Ethiopians experiencing sometimes when they are at the bottom, when they are passing through that curve, they forget who they are, they forget where they came from, they forget what they went through in the past. And as a result, when you forget something, you even forget that you have your neighbor right there looking next to you and he's with you and everything, right? And you can do whatever the heck you want to do. So because of that, as a result, you see everything, kind of like exploding in a negative way. You see the social media is going crazy. You see, you can barely find the positive thing. And that's where we come. We come in that, all right, okay, hold on. All right, we hear, we see, we're crying with you, we have that pain with you, but hold on for a second. Remember who you are. You remember that everything is possible. All of us, if we take responsibility, we carry all of this on our head, on our shoulders, and we're like, you know what? We're going to change this. Things can be transformed. Not only changed, because there's a difference between change and transform. Transform, you are actually removing the roots of the issue. Change, I can actually just, you see this white color, I can just put here, the black color, and then I already change. But transforming is actually breaking this whole wall and rebuilding it again. That is transformation. And that is what is needed to Ethiopia. Only when we remember who we are, we remember where we're coming from, we take responsibility, we teach our children, our kids, the positiveness about the country and the bright future we want for our generation. And then we move forward. Mr. STANBIC, I'm going to leave it to you, man. You can say whatever you want to say there from that question.
Yeah, I mean, you stated it well. That's why we need a lot of self-reflection. But the things are, as you said, when things are happening so fast, with a lot of conflicts in between and so on, then you lose that momentum is thinking about the positives. Yeah. So instead of emphasizing on the positives, you are likely to focus on some of the negatives, because
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this, STANBIC. STANBIC, you experienced that. I mean, you're an Ethiopian. You experience what is going on. And let me ask you this: how do you move forward? How do you sleep and wake up the next day, knowing that this something not good is happening? But how do you manage to do that?
I mean, that's why we need our own spirituality, because I could say 99% of Ethiopians luckily are spiritual, religious people. So whether it is Islam, Christianity, Judaism, or local indigenous religion, all of them preach spirituality, which is about brotherliness, taking care of each other, and so on. So everything that's happening is not actually the true values of Ethiopians. So it's just about returning back to our own values, our own roots. Yeah. So what does it say? So all things may have happened in between. It may be because of leaders. It may be because of politicians. It may be because of colonizers conspiring with others. But whatever the case, we cannot blame external things. We have to uh, go back to our roots. If we go back to our roots, if we are truly religious, then these things don't really happen. And I'm sure some for some African, I've seen like some other African countries, or there is a misconception that our religions came from colonizers, which is not true for Ethiopia. So our if you talk about Islam or Christianity, they didn't come first through colonizers or from with force. Okay, these things happened from the beginning through cordial matters. It's not like somebody forced it on us. So so we are very close to the original religious practices. If you talk about Christianity, it was around the fourth century, like 330 or something AD, which that was when the Christianity was the state religion. But even before that, if you go to the Bible, you would see the story of the eunuch, which is the Ethiopian eunuch who accepted Christianity. If you talk about Islam, the same thing. Like the Prophet Muhammad has sent his some of his followers to escape the persecution by the idol worshippers there to just go to Ethiopia because there is a just religious king there. So all these things show us that all the values are inclusiveness. Even though it was a Christian state at that moment, it accepted Muslim messengers, right? So all these things tell us that we don't have our values are more harmonious and not really a reflection of what is happening now. So it's just about trying to go back to that and trying to teach those values. So I feel Ethiopians have been a little bit confused because of the miseducation. There's the dilemma of modernization versus staying true to your roots. So you want to be more modern, you want to be educated, but then through that education there was a little bit of mixture between what is outside. So the curriculum and everything was fitting to what's happening outside. So if you revise our history, uh, people were really debating on things which are not completely relevant to our own culture. People were debating on minimal things versus these are communism or capitalism or things which are really not really the ideologies which are relevant to Ethiopia. We needed to build on an ideology which was really indigenous to our own values. So we didn't build on that. So the education was kind of a mixture and kind of confused. So whatever our children are passing through, this is because of education. So there's even a difference between my generation and the next generation because the education is different and the focus has been always different. So there's now a revival of you know trying to find out, trying to make the curriculum more indigenous and more true to the values and so on. There are efforts, but you know even though you are going further forward in that regard, when you have conflicts in between, it makes it hard to reconcile what you are being taught with that. So but I think if we continue with persist with that, trying to educate our children, the next generation, on the true values of Ethiopia, then we can build on that. Of course, this generation might have been guilty of a lot of things, but then at least the next generation could learn from the mistakes and make a better future for the country. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. You nailed it. I have nothing to say to add because practically I'll be wrong if I add anything. When doctor shared opinion, that should be it. Can go there and be like, I just want to add a little bit. No. I'm not gonna disrespect you like this today, Sadeke. Sadeke, thank you so much for your wisdom, man. Always you.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate that.
I'll continue watching the session. Thank you so much.
I love you, brother. Talk to you soon, man.
Bye.
All right, Paul.
Yeah.
Shoot me another question. Let's go. Let's move forward.
Now I'm thinking going to Ethiopia. I think Ethiopian people should do something for us to go there.
No. If you want to go, you go there. Why should anybody do anything for you to go there?
Yeah, they should allow me to go there.
Should allow you?
Yeah.
Did they say no?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Look at this guy. Get out of here, man. Ask me a question. Let's go.
Oh, I asked you a question, but you did. No, you didn't answer.
This is the one we're answering right now.
No, I give you two questions.
Okay.
The second one was like, if you given a power or a chance to make changes in the Ethiopian country, what exactly are you going to do it? Like
this guy is asking me if I'm a prime minister of Ethiopia.
Yeah, maybe you just been given that power to make some changes, or just you are like now you're talking to Ethiopian people.
Yeah.
So tell them exactly what they are supposed to do, because you are just saying about those negative things about Ethiopia.
I cannot tell them exactly what to do because I ain't nobody. But what I can do is I can give suggestions humbly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we always do, giving our suggestions humbly. Sometimes we're giving it with very strong, courage. Sometimes we give it with smile and all those stuff. So if I've been given a chance to contribute my suggestions, what should be done? Because I think we have more than hundreds of videos saying the same thing over and over for the past 4 years. I think the first thing that I will do, this is the first thing that I will do. This is the first thing that I will suggest to change. Constitution. I think the first word in the Constitution of Ethiopia should say, we, the people of Ethiopia. One Ethiopia, one people. I think that should be the first thing in the Constitution. And then when you go to the ID cards, I think they should never express their tribes in those ID cards. I think it should be just Ethiopian. You know what I'm saying? The Constitution, the first line of the Constitution, it should say that. That should be the motto of Ethiopia. One Ethiopia, one people. That should be the first thing. That what I would suggest, because I think everybody, if you are in any country, you're bound to follow the Constitution. And I think what is happening in the country, it is also hugely supported by the Constitution. Because if in the Constitution, if it's it's very complicated, the situation, because you haven't been in Ethiopia yet. But if I explain a little bit, if you go to Ethiopia, you have these different regions, and these regions are based on the tribes. But there are very few places that you find all tribes together. For example, if you go to Hawassa, this is a place where all of them are together. All these different tribes, different people are living together. And I learned the history of that place, that this is the time that when they had all these quarrels and everything, they sat down and they solved those issues together. They are these wise people. I made videos about it. You guys can go back and see those videos. But this is the place where you find like all these different tribes are there together. Right? If you go to Addis Ababa, I think the same thing as well. But if you go to other places, it's quite like that. You go to one place, you go to this Oromia region, like exactly this is Oromia region. Oromia it's one of the tribes. That means this is the place that Oromia people are, right? And then you go to another place, you find this is the place where majority of these people are, right? Different tribes. You find Yamara, you find there. So if you have a constitution that is not really talking about the unity of the country, plus you have this region, if in the constitution you have a different language, then it doesn't matter. Even if you have this region, but as much as that constitution says this, then anybody can go anywhere. Yes, they can go, but I don't want to go into details like that, but anyone can go anywhere without facing any issue because their constitution says this, that I'm not my tribe first before Ethiopian. I am an Ethiopian. So people who made this, basically, they just wanted to divide the country for their own good, for their own reason. I have no idea. But the effects of each, you see them happening today. So if I would give my suggestions to the country, it'd be like, you know what? Change the constitution. That's the first thing you should do. It's the first thing. It's the same thing we say about our country here. If changing the constitution is going to save people's life, then do it. You don't have to change everything. No, there are things that you know that, okay, if we change these, they're going to make things different. Then you change those important and sensitive things. I do not see why that is difficult. I do not see, and I do not understand. That's the only thing that I'll say. I don't understand why. I don't understand. So you guys are Ethiopians, right? You might have better reason than I do. I don't understand. Please enlighten me. If what I'm saying right now is true, and enlighten me, because I'm learning from you as well. That I think that will change a lot of things. Because I feel like that is the core. You know what Nyerere did? Nyerere, this is what he did in Tanzania. In Tanzania, right now, you guys are young, but in our age, when we were living back there, we people of 1990s, you guys are 2000, right? Millennium. When we were living back in the days, we old people here in Tanzania, this is what Nyerere did. So if you're from the southern part of Tanzania, you apply for high school, you'll be brought to northern part of Tanzania, where you'll find different tribes there. Or you'll be brought to the central or to the western side of, or anywhere. So basically, in my high school, I had the entire country of Tanzania studying together in the same high school. The same thing to middle school, the same thing to other schools. So what did that do to us? It brought us together so close that when we saw each other, we have 121 tribes, but it meant nothing because we live together day, night, day in, day, night. I'm telling you, even if you have grudges against a certain tribe, that is the same roommate you live with every single day. You see him day and night for 2 years. Even if you don't want to talk to that guy, you're going to talk to him one day, because one day you'll be sick and he's going to be there to help you. So by default, you're going to love him. And when you love him, you don't just love him, you love the entire people. If he does one act of kindness to you, you're going to be like, oh, those people from northern side of town, those Chaga people are really nice, are really kind, are very, not because you met everybody from Chaga region, no. Not because you met all Maasai in Tanzania. Yeah. Shout out to those patient people who are still here. Put it there. Not that line, the line. Okay, we are back. The problem is the internet. I don't know. Every time when we talk about really good things, this stuff started to change. Yeah. So that basically first of all, shout out to everybody who is joining. We have more than 100 people watching from X right now. We have people watching on Instagram. We have people watching on YouTube and on TikTok as well. We appreciate you guys. If you are joining right now, please like, subscribe, follow, join membership, use Patreon, use Super Chat, Super Stickers, Super Thanks, whatever you can use to stand with us. Okay, let me continue to answer your question. Did you ask me what one thing I would change?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of things. Okay. If it is one thing, then it will be that. I'll just be there and I'll be like, you know what? Let's change the constitution. Let's talk about one Ethiopia, one people, and just only that. And I do that, and I know we'll solve a lot of other issues that we're facing. Because, you know, if you're going to do anything to me, I'm going to show you constitution, and I'm going to be locked up in prison, right? But I kind of feel like sometimes, even when I look at, Tanzania as well, constitution is not being changed. They know that it needs to be changed. It's not being changed. I don't know why. But perhaps it's just for the benefit of few people who wants to practice and wants to benefit from the current constitution, and they don't want to change. But when it comes to the country, you got to think about the people, not about you, not about the party, not about anything like that. Because I'm telling you, even if you are not the next president, there's somebody who will be more qualified than you and become a president. It's not like you're the only one who can lead this country. No. You know what I'm saying? So we should always change and give opportunity to the oneness. That should be our message. I think I answered your question. And you guys, I told you guys, you can correct me as well. Or you can share your opinion as well. Okay. You have any other question for me? Oh, you don't have?
No.
I'll move forward.
Let's go forward.
All right. So guys, okay, let me ask you guys now the same question that my brother asked me here. Let me ask you this. If you are given opportunity to change something in Ethiopia, what would you change? Tell me, just one thing. What would you change? And I'll read your comments. One thing. If today you are the leader, or you've been given power to change something, what would you do? I appreciate everybody who is watching here. It's amazing. It's amazing. I want to read your comment. I want to see what would you change. I've said my thing. I've said my piece. I want to read your piece as well. Somebody say, all right, let me say this. If you are a leader of Ethiopia today, what would you change? If you tell me to get rid of somebody, okay, that is if they're your leader. But if you are a leader today, what would you change? Because obviously, it seems like there's a failure of leadership in certain aspects based on what I see you guys writing here. I'm not going to read those because those are very sensitive comments to read. But if you are a leader today, what would you change? Constitution. All right. I say that constitution, Ethio. You see, so this is what we should be talking about when it comes to conflicts in Africa. You understand? Because we can talk, we can bash, we can say this a lot. But now let's get down to the deep roots. That what would you change? Because if there's something that you guys say will change, we can write an open letter today to Ethiopia. We can send to Ethiopia. That we, the people of Ethiopia, want A, B, C, D. If you were a leader of Ethiopia today, what would you change in your country? Okay, somebody here, Ase Gazu, said from TikTok, I'm reading from TikTok, it said, I will change ethnic federalism. All right. All right. How would you change that? Let's go a little bit deeper. And Ase, I would love, you know what, Ase, she's right here. You know what, Ase, where's Ase? How would you change that, Ase? Let me, I want to, Ase, the matter of fact, if you can, join me right now live and tell me, how would you change ethnic federalism if you're a leader of Ethiopia today? Guys, we're just giving our opinion, and hopefully people in charge will be seeing this one day, and perhaps they will take it into consideration. All right, we just love Africa, we love Ethiopia with everything we got, and we just wanna. I'm giving you a chance. I say, Gazu, how would you change ethnic federalism? If you're a leader of Ethiopia today, say that's what you will change. How are you going to change that? That's what we want to know. Because we should think about that. Because, you know, even if we have the next regime, and perhaps you guys, I don't know if you, I think in Ethiopia, people do not vote for the leader, right? You guys, you don't vote. Do you guys vote? Or only few people vote? Because I think that should be however, the current regime, when they finish their term, the next one, that should be the main argument in their policies and their campaign. That all right? This is how we're gonna do. In the first 100 days, we'll do 1, 2, 3. We change ethnic federalism. How would you do that? That's a good answer. But how? I'm interested in how. Renee say, I would change the communication techniques. What do you mean by that? Elaborate a little bit more. Guys, I don't see your answers here. All right, let me see other. Okay, somebody here on Instagram, she commented and say, this is Nados Negusu. He say, working on psychology of kids is the solution. I agree on. Thank you so much for your positive advice towards we Ethiopian as a generation. We are responsible to do. May God help us. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you. Happy Easter. Paul, that part that I was talking about children, that part, let's cut that part and we're going to upload it after this.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to read these comments a little bit and then let on know if you cut that, then we just upload right away. And then we have somebody say, Agani Brett, he say, this is from Instagram, he say, the people are the problem. The people must change. All right? The people are the problem. The people must change. So basically, I think you're saying what I was saying, that in order to change, if you want the better future for our countries, and in the case of Ethiopia, we'll talk about Ethiopia right now, but you can talk about Eritrea, you can talk about any country, you can talk about, you know, Rwanda, you can talk about Tanzania, you can talk about any country, Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, you know, Burkina Faso, you can talk about all that stuff, you know, and Congo. We need to change psychology of our kids, and we can actually shape their psychology today. You understand what I'm saying? We can shape their psychology today, psychology of our kids, teaching them about the unity of our country. Our people are one. No tribe is better than no other tribe. Every tribe, they're special in their own way. You know what I'm saying? That is the most important message you could teach to your kids. It's the most important heritage you could give to your children. All right? Teaching them who they are. It's very important. Very important. All right. So I don't see, guys, your comments. What would you change? Okay. I'm checking here on, I see there's 5 questions here on X, but I can't read these questions. Where are these questions? X, guys, is TikTok, just in case you don't know. Okay. All right. So you see, this is the question you should be thinking about, because sometimes, you know, we might be complaining, we might be blaming on people and say this and that, but we ourselves, we don't even have ideas. What are we going to change if today I've been given a chance to lead the country? So think about this. Perhaps, I don't say this is the case, but perhaps these are type of leaderships we have in Africa. Because the people reflect, I mean, leaders reflect the people. And of course, the people reflect the leaders, because leaders come from the people. And they're still people either ways. Oh, you guys are quiet. Oh my God. You guys are quiet. Anyways, perhaps you're not interested in sharing why would you change in the country. Shoot me with another question. we'll cut that thing. Eh? People, they don't want to think about heavy stuff right now. Why would I change? No, I'm not. That's why I'm not a leader. Leader is there. You should change things. Just go change things. Just change. I don't want to think about it. Just go and change things. And I don't care right now. Go and change. Okay. Somebody say this. Okay. Ethiopia say, as the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, you would have the following options to change the constitution. Propose a constitutional amendment. The Prime Minister can propose a constitution amendment by. All right, I think that's the end of the message. Okay, Ethiopia is the parliamentary system. We vote for members of parliament, and the party with the majority seats form the government. Oh, okay. So you guys, you don't vote for your prime minister, right? But the member of the parliament, they vote for that prime minister. That's what you're trying to say. The party with the majority seats form the government. Wow, okay. That's very interesting, because in Tanzania, we vote for president, and when you vote for president, automatically you vote for the vice president, and then president actually, choose the person that he wants to become like the prime minister. He wants to be like her or his prime minister, and then she brings all. I mean, in case of our country, I say she brings the name to the parliament. And all the members of the parliament are chosen by the people. So they actually vote for that name that has been suggested by the president to be the prime minister. If they vote yes, he is. If they vote no, he's not. And of course, here, president has the power than prime minister. But in there, I think it's a different case, right? Okay, the prime minister can propose a constitution amendment by submitting it to the Council of Ministers for approval. The Council of Ministers can then present the proposed amendment or the House of the People's Representative, HPR, for the debate and a vote. Initiate a referendum. The Prime Minister can also initiate a referendum on a proposed constitution amendment. This involves putting the amendment to a direct vote of the Ethiopian people. All right. Okay. It's kind of complicated in there. All right. Shoot me with another question. I'll keep reading your comments, guys, as you share here.
Maybe I should ask about Eritrea, because we are celebrating the Easter of Ethiopia and Eritrea.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that Eritrea too, they celebrate Easter with Ethiopia.
Yeah.
So are they the same, or Ethiopia and Eritrea?
Are you guys the same? Are you guys the same? Eritreans, Ethiopians? If you have any Eritrean here, guys, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
I was double checking here the history, saying that after Italy and UK British left, Eritrea and Ethiopia were one country, were one nation for 40 years, from 1952 to 1991. The first 10 years was by federation, but 10 years later, Ethiopia annexed Eritrea, and Eritreans fought for the independence for the coming 30 years until 1991. All right, so you see, so Ethiopia and Eritrea were actually one nation, 40 years. Since 1952 to 1991. So now you can see why, yeah? I think the culture, even the music, when you listen to the music, they are quite similar, actually. The language, I think in Eritrea, you guys, you speak Tigrinya, right? Because it's kind of like the same language in these two parts, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that's why I need to go to Eritrea, because I really need to understand this country, you know what I'm saying? You really need to go to understand this country to talk about it. I usually avoid to talk about things I don't know. So if I don't talk about it, not because I don't love it or no, but because I'm not fully aware of it, I might know the history, I might know about, you know, Eritrea, Ethiopian war and all this stuff, but I need that conviction that I know what I'm saying, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I can speak boldly about Ethiopia like that, now Rwanda about that, because the things that I know for sure about it, right? So your question was?
Now, I just want to know if they're the same people. So you just answered right now.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, basically we're one people, of course. We're Africans.
Yeah.
Look at me. I look like Ethiopian, Eritrean,
So,
Tanzanian,
and I just
Kenyan,
saw
South African, Ghanaian, not Nigerian though. No?
Yeah, someone commented on YouTube, and it just said like they share culture, religion, and language. So
yeah,
they're the same.
All right. The people are the problem. The people must change. That's the comment from Instagram from Agani Brett. And I think yeah, you're right. Most of issues that are happening in our countries, we are the issues, we are the problem, and we need to change. We need to change our mindset. And I gave you guys the strategy today, that if you have a family, if you have kids, teach them about one Ethiopia, teach them about the history, teach them about their tribes, but don't tell them that they're better than anybody else, because trust me, if you teach them they're better than anybody else, other people are teaching the same thing as well. Yeah, you know, your tribe is better than that tribe. What will happen in the future is just chaos. Yeah, tell them you're the best. Yes, you are amazing. Yes, you are smart, but not than anybody else. No. They are smart. They are special in their own way. So do other people. They're smart and special in their own way. That's how it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Paul, if you don't have any question for me, I'm not call it a day.
Oh, yeah.
But as I'm closing this session, any question from you guys, audience, if you have, you can shoot me and I'll answer you as I'm signing out. But we celebrate you guys. Let me just say this. I'll say this one more time. We celebrate you guys. You know, we love you, Ethiopians, Eritreans, and we are with you guys. We are praying with you. That's why we spend all these hours. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
We still come here because you mean a lot, to Africa, and the peace in Ethiopia and in Eritrea is the peace for the continent as well. If one country is not at peace, the entire continent is not at peace. That is our slogan. That's what motivates us. That's what we move with and for, right? So if you're going to forget about everything that I shared today, remember this. As you celebrate this Easter, and I know it's a big day for Ethiopia there, remember the sacrifice that Christ made for others. And we are out to make the same sacrifice for our neighbors, for our brothers and sisters. Remember, we did not deserve to be saved with all of the mistakes and all the sins and everything that we are doing, man. We are just rebellious people every single day. But yet, God loves us so much that He sent His only begotten Son for us to be where we are today. Well, you can love your neighbor, even though they're coming from your different tribe. You can love them. You can hold hand with them. And we can stop this madness, no matter who is fueling them. You could say that, the government is fueling this, but, people, the one who killing other people are people on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So if people cannot change, no matter, even if you change government today, the same issue, you still have the same issues. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, when we are blaming, we always find someone to blame. We take responsibility away from us and we put on somebody else. No. This is your own thing. This is your responsibility. You can change your government today. Things will still remain the same. If constitution is the same, if the mindset of the people is the same, you can even change the constitution. But if the mindset of the people are the same, nothing is changed yet. You understand what I'm saying? So take full responsibility. Be responsible. Take it on your shoulder. And just know this, that we need to change. As a people, we need to change. And how can we change? If you're a parent, start teaching your kids different. I'm saying this because I know I've been told, I've talked to people. They tell me how they were taught when they were growing up. That's what we're taught like this. We're taught like this. If you're honest with yourself, you tell me the same thing here, how you were taught with your parents. You tell me this. Or there are parents who did a great job teaching their kids the manner. They teach their kids about the Ethiopianism, the spirit of that, the spirit of oneness and unity. There are incredible parents who did that. You guys are incredible. And there are also incredible parents who did not do that. It's not too late. You children, teach your children. And if you're not blessed with the kids now, you know why you should have your babies. Teach them about the unity of the country and one people. Tell them they're special, but not than anybody else. You don't need to add that. Tell them that you are special. We are special. And if you're talking about the speciality of your tribe, talk about the speciality of other tribes as well. That's one thing I'll do. Another thing that I would do. He asked me one thing. Another thing I'll do. I'll teach my kids various languages. Various languages. If I have kids in Ethiopia, I would want my kids to learn Amhara, to learn Tigrinya, to learn, Oromia language, to learn all the language. I want my kids to learn the languages of other tribes. I love that. I want that. I want that. So that my kids, when they're going to Oromia region, they'll speak the language they're speaking in there. If they speak Amhara, which is the national language, it's cool. If they speak different language, my kids will connect with them by speaking their own languages. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Yes, you can have national language, but I think it's important to learn other languages as well. I think it's very important to understand, to know. I think it's important. That's what I would do. So to teach your kids, give them opportunity to learn that. Give them opportunity to play with friends, with kids from other tribes. Of course, not in this time of tension, but perhaps there's a time. I know in Addis Ababa things are like normal, nothing is going on there, so it's like heaven on earth right there. So, but give them this opportunity. Teach them so that as they're growing up, they're knowing that, it's okay to be in this environment. It's okay to be, 20 years later, we're going to have a generation of people who are living together in harmony. Even if the constitution will never be changed, but we'll have people who have already been educated and decolonized and understand who they are and who they are to love. Guys, I love you. And I am done here today. I'll just pray a little quick and I'll be getting out of here. Paul, you good? See, Paul, he's tired there. He's been sleeping. Could show you guys, but anyways. All right. God, we thank you for this wonderful day. It has been such a glorious day. Spend time in your presence and spend time with your people. We thank you for Ethiopia. We thank you for Eritrea. Thank you for the challenges that are facing right now. Thank you because you know the end before the beginning. We glorify you, God. Thank you because we know that you're not done with these two countries. And we thank you because we trust in your leadership. To put this country, the leadership, the people in your hands. Give them wisdom, give them understanding, give them love. With all the fights they're going through, misunderstanding and all the tragedy, we mourn with them. And most importantly, we're asking you, God, to intervene. We pray the word of wisdom, the knowledge and understanding will be with them. So that they walk, they will talk, they will breathe unity of their country. Thank you, we bless you. Commit all these things in your name, Jesus Christ, we pray. And we give you all the honor, the glory, and praise. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. So you can tell from my eyes that I am, oh yeah, that feels good. That I'm tired. Well, happy Easter, everybody. And that'll be it for today. Keep supporting us. Supporting our message. Want to reach as many people as we can. So support our message. All right. You can like, you can subscribe, you can follow. Those who are watching from X, We're using YouTube code Swahili Nation. Go subscribe there and turn on notification button, and you can join as a member to support. But also you can join Patreon. You know, on X, I have a link in the bio. On TikTok, I have a link on the bio. Here on YouTube, we have a link as well in the description. Patreon, you can join as a member and support us. You know, we have a big mission to unite Africa, and you know, we cannot do this on our own. All right, we cannot do this on our own. We need Africans to come together with us and to join this. Rasni Gus, God bless you. For some reason, I feel like you're His Excellence. You know, you're the Minister of Education. Anyways, so yeah, here on you. So people here on X, on TikTok, and Instagram. If you go to YouTube, Swahili Nation, that is our channel currently. The vision is to have a media later on SNN. So hopefully that time will come, and we're still praying about it. Yeah, we're going there. So you can go there, you can subscribe, you can join membership, and you can follow as well. And people here on YouTube can go on X, Instagram, or TikTok. Just write Mika Chavala, we've been live there, and stay connected there. Okay. And people here on Instagram, we love you guys. Okay, Agani, I'll read your final comments. We train to feel different from each other, especially the North. The same culture, language, unless you're born there, understand the language, you can't tell who is who. Wow, it's amazing. It's deep. We're trained to feel different from each other. You see, that is Ethiopian commenting that we're trained to feel different from each other. That's where the problem is. If you've been asking, what is the problem? You sent me a message. I knew it. I knew it, man. You could change your name, but my spirit knew it. Oh, I'm just seeing your message right now. Wow. I'm looking at this, man. His Excellence. Wow. I knew it in my spirit, man. I knew it in my spirit. You could change your name. You know, I had that with somebody who right now not really here on our platform, but I had that with somebody. You know, this person, she used to change her name, profile, and picture all the time, using different pictures, but I always knew who she was. So with you as well, I think I've seen this for the second time, and I knew that this is. No, that has been my name all along. No, come on, Rasnigus. No, man. Here on YouTube? No. I'm looking at this, man. I'm looking at your website right now. Wow, this is good. Wow. I did not know that, man. I did not know that. Oh, okay. Perhaps. You wanna come and say hi? I know when you come, you stay here for 1 hour, not 1 hour. Wanna come to say hi, man, for a couple minutes? Well, you can cut that thing out, eh? You can cut that thing out, the children one. I think the first part and the last part I talked about. That's amazing. Come, man. Come and say hi, man. Come and say hi. Not 30 minutes. Come and say hi. You know, just come and say hi, man. It's been a moment, and it's good to have my brother back. That's amazing, man. Welcome back. I sent you the link. Guys, the Minister of Education is right here. And come and tell us about your project as well. You know, you are a child of this house, and you know, I would gladly show this project that you've been working on. But come speak about it a little bit, and you know, say hi to us. I think people would love to hear you. Those who have been here for a long time. That's amazing. That's amazing, my brother. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's been a moment, man. It's been a moment. We're still here, man. Still here. It's been a moment. The person who is coming in right now, we've done a lot of things together. He used to have his own session on Thursday. It was education in 21st century. You know, we used to have shows back in the days every single day, in a week, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All these days, we used to have different people hosting shows. Man, I wish we'd bring that back, because that was really cool, right? But they, you know, so my brother, His Excellence here, we call him the Minister of Education. I used to call him the brain. The brain. This is the brain. Like, when you think about the brain, this guy is the brain right here. He's gonna come in to say hi and talk a little bit about his project. He used to have his session on Thursday, Education in 21st Century. Oh my God, that was really powerful. That was good. But then all of a sudden, you know, he was found no more. But today, you're gonna come to answer this. You better come soon, brother. I read his message here. He said, "You inspired me to go into hiding to get this done." You know, it's amazing when you find. I don't want to talk about this because it's not my project, but I just want to hear about it. Haile Mariam, it's been a while. You know, my name is Haile Jesus. We share a little bit of the same name. Hey guys, right there. Peace, 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 peace. TikTok, peace. X, YouTube, Facebook, peace. Pasika, I love you back. Oh, by the way, Marit, one of our family member here, Marit, she is coming to Ethiopia very soon. Marit, when are you going to Ethiopia? Ethiopia? You gotta be kidding me, man. You man. Oh man, I'm so mad at you, man.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I went into
I'm so mad at you. Look at my face. This is my mad face.
I know, you can't even get too mad. You can't get too mad. I mean, look, you know, like, you know, you were flying high. You're doing fantastic. You know, you've occupied a space that we want you to occupy, and I was like, I need to get this done. You know, something, you know, like it's like, you know, some of us, we have to articulate ideas and thoughts like you're amazing at that. But some of us, like me, myself, I like to get to operationalize things. You know, I love visions. I love playing with vision, but I have to figure out a way to solve it as well. So, and I've been waiting to get a partner, and I found a partner, but we had to anchor down.
I'm so for you.
Hello.
You're cutting a lot today. Your connection is not good. I know you're calling from United States, but this was only the problem from Africa.
Sometimes, you know, we get like 400 megabytes per second speed, but sometimes something happens. Something happens. If I show you the speed of the internet, it blows your mind. But still, something happens, you know.
I can hear you, brother.
You can hear me? Yeah. So, so I've been busy, like, you know, really busy trying to get it done. But it's not even done yet. It's just I wanted to get it done to a point of where I started. You know, start. Like, this is the so, you know, like you're running toward the race to begin the race. So this is the beginning of the race. And right now, what we are actually looking for are just basic number of, like, somewhere around 50 to 80 people to test it out for us. But and think of it as like this as MVP, but you know the vision I have, because me and you have talked about this before at length, but this is the beginning of that vision, and I really appreciate the time I spent with you to remind me that something needs to be done. I mean, to me, one of the problems that you talked about, I mean, you don't want this to be 30 minutes. Look at you. I can see you waking up because you're like getting excited, but I know you're tired deep down, so you need to go to bed. And I hate to be the person to stop you from having a good night's sleep. But a quick thing to say is that like there's so many problems that are like right smack in front of us in Africa and then in the world, not just in Africa, but everywhere in the world. Leadership failure is not just an African disease; it's a disease everywhere. People are failing everywhere, but I don't think the next generation need to fail like that. But in order to avoid that kind of failure with the next generation, some kind of liberating and empowering and elevating kind of education must be provided. We need to provide opportunity for people to elevate themselves, to elevate their consciousness, to elevate their imagination, to elevate just to 1 or 2 notch above because today's leaders are the product of whatever was taught in the 60s, in the 50s, and the 80s, and then they are the product of that. So if we were to want to shape, 2030s, if we want to shape 2040s, 2050s, 2060s, I mean, instead of just spending a ridiculous amount of money talking about 2063, this is the thing that you should do. Like, think about the next generation. But instead of just saying, "Oh, think about the next generation," we want to figure out a way we could personalize and customize. I would say hyper personalize and hyper customized learning. And the numbers are staggering in terms of what is out there. Like I'm like, what we are suggesting is not even competing with any established education system, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa. I say particularly in sub-Saharan Africa because that's 40% of the world's 240 million kids who should be in school that are not in school are in sub-Saharan Africa. That's about 100+ million Africans. And then the number goes progressively higher when you get to lower and upper secondary education. I mean, like, that's a staggering number of kids that are not there anyway in school. So what we are trying to offer is a platform where you are not already in school, you're not attending school, because there's some kind of commitment, one form or another, is preventing you from attending school. So we're going to offer you an opportunity to learn your own way, in your own farm, in your own community, in your own little adventures that you are doing to survive. In the middle of that, we want to plug ourselves into that and really bring that kind of education that's personalized and customized, hyper personalized, hyper customized. That's what our vision is. Now, we're not there yet, obviously. You can't possibly get to your vision overnight. I mean, it takes a lot of work, dedication, and grit to do it. It doesn't happen overnight. And then God wants you to be in the journey too. It doesn't want you to climax just like that to success right away. It wants you to journey towards success, because there's a lot of lessons that you learn from life as you journey toward your vision. So this is the vision God has given you, that for you to see, for you and only you to see. But there's also a process of unfolding and growing and learning insight and wisdom that you also would gather along the way. And the Israelites traveled 40 days for how many years? to the promised land. I don't know if you remember the scriptures. You are better at the scriptures. The promised land, it wasn't just a walk from Egypt and straight to promised land. It took many efforts, trial and tribulations, even though it was right there in front of them to see. So the same thing with us. We're not there with a vision yet, but we have started a vision. But if you want to be part of the process of the vision, and feel free to just go to the website and sign a request for invitation and start playing with it. And then we are hoping that, so May, right now we started a soft launch, but we are hoping that a full, like a soft full launch in September of this year. So by the way, the name Helena means consciousness.
That was consciousness.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
what language is that?
This is in Amharic.
Lina.
That's Helena. I mean, we spelled it slightly different. So
that sounds like a good girl's name. If I have a baby girl called Lina, it sounds really nice.
It is a girl's name. It is a girl's name.
Oh,
but we took out. We took out that. There's usually the spelling people will use is slightly different, but we made it. We just made it simpler. It's Lina, but the idea is simple. So we're using AI technology to power what we're trying to do, and basically what we want to do is that we want to bring the capabilities that is out there to the average person, so that they can. And then of course we're starting with the English language, but we want to go hard on. So we're looking at right now the target group is if you are a student out there that is already hardworking, committed, and dedicated, you already are in school. You're your 11th grade, 12th grade, first year university. If you are one of those people, you are our target market right now. You are our target group. So it's like a request, because this is perfectly designed for that. It's a place where a student will kind of build their own study space. That's what it is. It's it's a study companion. It's like you're working on some. So you have textbooks. You upload that, and you got an AI that helps you navigate what you're reading and studying. You got a couple of AI buddies that are more personable, and we call them Robel and Daniela, who are very personable. Have their own personality, but they're very good at really answering things. Accompany you and say, when you're out there, when you're studying, you always have a bunch of peers to study with. But now you have AIs that also do. I know there's a lot of people are nervous and worried about AI, but that's another topic to cover and some other time. But I can tell you that this platform, if you are working already at 80% of what is possible to do, it will really supercharge you to 110%. So that's what the platform is. So if you scroll down a little bit, okay.
It's right here.
If you scroll down a bit, and you go, and then it's requests invitation code. So we want to track. The reason we're asking for invitation code is that we want to track every tester, and that's and then we take you there, and you put your email address and your request. And so I'm being fortunate enough. One last thing I would say, that I'm fortunate enough, so fortunate, that I worked in education for a long time, and the people that bought my vision and really wanted to share my vision, guess what? They were former students of mine. So my co-founder, who's also the engineer in the back, the back end of who's acting the chief technology officer, the co-founder. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a software engineer. I studied a little bit of it to know I can have a conversation with engineers, but nothing more. But my co-founder is also one of my former students, who is incredibly exceptional, incredibly talented, who's not engineering this because he can do engineering. He is engineering this because he shared the vision of a liberating and freeing education system. You know, we want to bring education to places where it doesn't exist anymore, doesn't exist at all, and then, or if it exists already, we want to elevate it to a next level. So I'm fortunate to have him as my co-founder. I also have another. Oh, am I the only one? Oh. What happened? Did I do something?
No, not you. Okay. You know, this thing it does to me this all the time. You kick me out.
You kick the host out. Anyways, yeah, and then I have one of my other former students who's also just joined this effort. So something that it's amazing to see. You know, I mean, I get comments and support and suggestions and ideas from people that I've had the pleasure of working. So what I'm trying to do basically is I'm trying to kind of digitize the thing that I used to do in person when I was building schools in Ethiopia. A couple of schools that I built in person. That's what I tried to do, like empower, elevate, and make people feel like they have the responsibility. And I figured to answer to come back to the conclusive part is I figured, like, you know, the best way to tackling Africa's problem is raising people up from the ground up, and that's what it is. And you are sleepy. You need to go to bed, and I think this is more than enough. I hope. I know it's very hard to forgive, but you know, I hope you have it in your heart to forgive and. Yeah, but
if I did not forgive you, man, you will never be here right now. I have nothing to hold against you, my brother, because I mean the work that you've done, it's just incredible. I shared the link in the comment section, and I think people already started to go through it. You guys can go through that. Lena.ai. You go through that. It's right here. So people, we actually have a lot of people watching on X, TikTok there, and TikTok as well, Instagram and in YouTube. So you can go through that link. You heard the introduction and everything. You guys go through that and see the work It's good. It's good to have you here, man.
Thank you for keeping this space going and for growing it and
I'm glad. I perhaps we came here today for you, man.
happy Easter.
And then you're here now, so man, I'm glad, man. You just made my year. This is gonna be a great year.
Yeah, it's like Fasika means or Tinsai, like a number of names for this day, like Easter. In English you have Easter, but in Amharic or in Ethiopian language, in Ethiopian, like the multiple names to today. You got Fasika, you got Tinsai, and then probably a couple of other names I don't remember. But basically, like, it's a day of resurrection, right?
Yeah.
It's a day you celebrate the resurrection, the rise of Christ.
Yeah.
And I mean, so like, with that, and I think to me, like, if you are a Christian, what it means. It means the day we stop fearing death. The day we stop fearing being afraid of dying. Being afraid of that. If you stop being afraid of dying, Then you stop being afraid of being in poverty. You stop being afraid of being not smart enough. You stop being afraid of being not rich enough. So it's the day everything that has stopped humanity from being full of sin and being anchored down by sin. That day was ended. So that's it. And then today, I'm like it's like a resurrection. I've come to his platform. I resurrected myself again.
Yeah. Indeed. His Excellency, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And it's good to have you here. I hope I'll see you again. And kudos to the work you're doing. This is your family, man. So yeah, so we're here.
Thank you.
Good to have you back, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Family, that is the brain, our brother. I am really happy to hear his voice again, and I hope you guys, who have been here for long enough, we have a lot of new people here, so perhaps you education. He's crazily in love with education, and not just love, but he does something about it to actually transform and to change and to educate. And yeah, so we had a great moments in the past, and it's just good to have him here again, and hopefully we're gonna have great days ahead of us. All right, so thank you so much for showing up, my brother. And for everybody who have been here today, I want to appreciate the super chat. We had Be Kind given a super chat today. We appreciate Be Kind. Thank you for your generosity. But also we have a new member just joined here called Anything. Anything became a YouTube member. Let's take a moment to welcome Anything as a new member in our family. Come on. Woo! We family will welcome you. Welcome to the family. We appreciate you. We thank you, and we say thank you for all you do. It's an act of generosity. It doesn't mean that you have a lot of things to do what you do, but it simply means that you are generous enough to actually support the work we are doing. Anything, hey, back to you. I appreciate you. And for those who are not member yet and would like to be members of this family, you can hit the link in the comment section, or next to our YouTube channel main page, there's a button called join. You can actually join there and become a member of this family. As a matter of fact, let me just see how many members do we have right now, and just appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys, and give you credits for coming and joining and becoming a member and part of this family. Yeah, you guys, you actually run things in here. You know what I'm saying? You run things in here. Whoever feeds you controls you, right? I mean, you ain't controlling me, but you run things in here. Of course, God runs things, but I can't ignore you guys either. Yeah, so you let me just shout out to the members, man, of this family. I appreciate it for TikTokers as well. People who have been there for quite a while. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let you go for now, TikTokers. Appreciate. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I'm gonna end you guys first. Bye. Okay. Oh wow. Well, in TikTok we had more than 2,322 people watching us. That's something. 2,322 people watching. Wow. That's good to see. And then we had one person join as a member. Wow, 2,000. That's a lot of numbers. Appreciate TikTok. I think YouTube, you're sleeping, because we had we have a lot of people here on X as well watching. So right now we have 53 members. So for the last cancellation, we have like 9 people. They cancel their membership, but we have 7 people joined as a member for the last 30 days, and 9 people Okay, that's not good. Like you have 9 people dropping out of membership, and then you have 7 people coming in. So that number should be opposite, right? But we have let me see here. We have 53 members. Let me see if I can see them here and actually shout out your names, guys. Okay, my members are here. Let me see. Okay, let me shout out to you. We have Anything just joined right now. We have Boo Hoof. We have Renea 4 months ago. We have Paulette Cambet 10 days ago, joined as a member. We have Hefziba Yahuda 8 months ago. We have DG 7 months ago. We have Patrick Nginyiwaku. I think this is the guy from Rwanda. Appreciate you. 23 days ago, joined as a member. We have Beza 29 days ago. I think that is in Ethiopia. And Greg 1 month ago. Rasta 1 month ago. Nataki 1 month ago. Rachidau 1 month ago. Yared 1 month ago. Elder Shabaka 1 month ago. Ezra, this is 20 months. Ezra, this is His Excellence, the Pastor Ezra. 20 months. That's 1 year 12 months, eh? 1 year 12 months, right? Oh, so this is 2 years. Oh my God, I gotta give a call to my brother to appreciate you. BJ, 2 months. Appreciate you. Florenze, 2 months. Rudasumbwa, 2 months. Bitsu, 2 months. Surprised, 2 months. Daniel, 2 months. Wilson, 2 months. Nkosinati, Kati, 9 months. Appreciate you. Chucky Bont, 4 months. Omowale, 3 months. Nyela, 9 months. Oh, appreciate you. I love seeing these numbers. HL, 5 months. These are people who are sticking with us, through thick and thin, right? When we upload, when we don't upload, when we offend them, when we don't, they just stick with us. They're like, you know what? Let's just stick with these guys. They're finding themselves. Leo, 9 months. K Ari, 7 months. Nyasha, 24 months. Teddy, 24 months. Appreciate Rahel, 24 months. Appreciate you. Tadi, 18 months. Appreciate you. David, 8 months. John Kofi, 9 months. Vane, 9 months. Caleb, 9 months. Granddaddy, 9 months. Felicia Smith, 9 months. Cecilia, 9 months. Joseph, 9 months. Getachu, 10 months. Patrick, 28 months. Appreciate you, 28 months. Temesgen Casa, 29 months. Oh my God. Education Forward. This is my brother here, the brain Ezra. He has been a member for 28 months. The guests just I had here. So for me, I'm looking at this membership almost all the time. So this is the YouTube that I always knew you from. That's why today when I saw that, I was like, I think this is the brain, but I see the name is different, and I kind of like had a feeling something. But because I've been seeing you here in the membership, that you've always been there. So whether you're here on the screen or not, but you've always been supporting us from afar. So we appreciate you. Thank you. 28 months. T's bet 17 months. P 28 months as well. I think this is okay. I thought you broke the record. I thought you are the oldest one here, the brain, but you're not. P 28 months. Robert 27 months. Melaku 26 months. Molten 26. Alex 28. Malenga Msiska 29 months. So they broke the record. We have 3 people who have been here for 29 months. That means 2 years and a couple months. They're actually going to 3 years right now. Malenga, Msiska, Hayat, Kelly Brown, and Yajim Shandan, 29 months. I'm gonna need to reach out to you guys. I really need to reach out to you guys. I'm gonna find your emails and reach out to you to extend my gratitude. I need to have your numbers, you guys. I need to have your numbers. So I appreciate you guys. All right, so that is here on YouTube. You can join membership is right there. But let me acknowledge my people from Patreon as well, because the people who are there in Patreon, they're not here in YouTube. They're in Patreon, but they have been supporting us through thick and thin. All right. You cannot see the name have something. And one of them, guys, let me just say this. One of them is Marit. I have Marit here. Marit is part of our family. And let me tell you this, guys. I don't like those people who attack Marit simply because she's white. I don't want that. I don't like that. You guys, you don't know who Marit was. I remember last time I shared the picture. You know, for example, guys, we have a store. We have online store here on YouTube. We are selling our products here on YouTube. Until right now, there's only one person who purchased our product on YouTube here, and that is Marit. She purchased it, she took pictures, and she sent it to me. Marit, she has been a good friend of ours, and particularly me, for more than a year right now. I believe it's 2 years and so. And she has been active all the time. She never left. She's always here. Always, in all videos, in all live stream. If she cannot make it, she'll let me know. But also Marit has been very supportive, you know, of me personally, you know. I'll tell you this, I say this, and I'm not feel ashamed to say this. I'll say this over and over and over again because I'm always honest. And you can take it however you take it. Every single day, literally every single day. Guys, I mean every single day. Marit, she sent me a text early in the morning. Sometimes I'm not even at work, but she sent a message. She said, "Good morning, Mika. Have a blessed day." That's it. Sometimes I'll stay like 3 days I don't answer because I'm really bad at messages. But I'll always get back and reply. Guys, let me say this again. Guys, it's every single day. I'm not saying that everybody should do that. I never asked for it. For 2 years. First time when she came, as always, you know, we always test people before we do anything. Or I would not talk about this, about her, if I did not, you know, do my research and I did not give myself time to see who is this person. Is this spying on me? You know, this stuff, because I know what you guys are thinking right now, you know. I know what you think about. This day, when you see just a white color, you start thinking about something else. But let me tell you this, man. I've done my research, and as critical as I am, for 2 years plus, until right now, I speak about this boldly and openly because I can assure you, not every color you see is what you think of. Not every white person is a bad person. Not every white person is a colonizer. I'll tell you that. Take it however you can. I know I'm confusing right now all Pan-Africanists from the continent, but I'll tell you that early in the morning. It's not like that. Perhaps you have a different experience, but also I speak from my own experience as well. Sometimes we gotta give each other a chance while we're keeping our eyes open and see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? Because once you keep somebody here in here, then when they leave with your heart. So I've learned how to keep people perhaps in here, but not really in here. So that when they leave, you just walk aside and then they pass by and they say, "Hey, see you later. Good, good. All right, shall talk later." And then you move on, right? I've learned how to do that. So Marit is that kind of person. I've shared actually the pictures, and I did not like how the comments were going on down in the comment section. Comments were evil. And this is not a generation I'm raising here at Swahili Nation One Africa. I'm not raising a generation that is going to be racist towards other colors. No, that's what we fight for. But I'm not going to raise a generation that will look at black and feel like black, we are special than anyone else. That's not my message. I've never said that before. I will never say that ever again. I'm not that kind of person. That's why sometimes I don't even call myself Pan-Africanist. Because there's different requirements that come with that name. And everybody think like Pan-African should be that, it should be that. No, that is your idea. But that's not who I am. That's not what I'm going to do. You understand me? I'm not turn on you if you prove me otherwise. But in my life, in these 5 years of this mission, I've met people who love Africa more than Africans. Okay, just like most of you say this. Look at this. You say this. Mika, you love Ethiopia more than a lot of Ethiopians. I met people like me who love Africa. They're not like me. They don't look like me, but they just love Africa. Genuinely. Not out of pity, not out of taking advantage of, but just genuinely. So this is something that we need to deal with, I believe. Yes, we have been, we've been taken advantage for a long time. Yes, we can victimize ourselves, but if we remain there and without picking ourselves up, in this world, we're not living alone, man. We're living with all kind of people, all sort of people. So we need to figure out, we need to understand that. That's why we have some of our Pan-Africanist brothers and sisters are married to white people. Am I against that? I'll never be against that. How can I be against that? How? How? How, guys? How? 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 Because you can only love other people as much as you love yourself. But if I don't love other people, then it means I don't love myself. I'm not going to victimize myself. So why I'm saying all this, because I want you guys to be very careful. This is not that kind of platform that you see somebody just bashing. No, come on. You don't have to tell me that we have spies in here. We have a lot of spies all the time. So you don't have to tell me that. We have been monitored all the time with YouTube, with social media, all the time. And everything we talk, everything we text, everything we email, they know. They know it. They see it. If you're not aware of it, they see, they know it. Everything. And we're not hiding anything. So my people in Ethiopia, my sister, she's coming to Ethiopia. I forgot the date. You told me on what? Yeah. You just wake up. I just wake up, my brother. My sister, she's coming to Ethiopia. So if you're gonna see her, treat her the same way you would treat me, because she is a part of this family. She has been such a rock. She has been here all the time, day in, day out, behind the scene, outside of the scene. Treat her right. Our team is coming there. Her going to Ethiopia, she's going as a team. She's going there with Swahili Nation on her back. Treat her right. Treat her right. And if you can have a coffee with her, buy her some coffee. I've never met her. I'll meet her one day. I know she's going to Ethiopia and then she'll go to Uganda. I told her to come to Tanzania as well. But, perhaps I should come to Uganda too. Anyways, but yeah, so whenever you see her, give her a hug and whatever. But, she has been such a very, just a rock here in our family. And we appreciate her just like anybody else. And that's how we're going to do. So you guys who are part of this family, if you're a member, if you're whatever, if you have a trip in the continent, if you want to go to Rwanda, if you want to go to Ethiopia, whatever, let us know. Let us know. We're going to create a way for you. We have been there already. We'll create a way for you. We're going to hook you up with some good people, some nice people. We'll treat you well. We'll buy you some nshima in Zambia, some ugali in Uganda and Kenya and Rwanda, some dorowats in Ethiopia. They're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue in South Africa, they'll do that. But just let us know, and you'll be treated as a king and queen. Just let us know. As long as you're part of our family, you are with us, they're going to stick with you. If you've never been in the continent, we're going to be there with you. Even if we might not be there physically, but somebody else will, because our family is growing and it's big, more than you can ever imagine. All right, guys, I already pray. I got to sign out. Oh, wedding in Uganda. Okay. Marit, when are you going to Ethiopia? Let us know. We have a lot of Ethiopians watching us right now here. I know how Ethiopians are. And you've been to Ethiopia. This is not the first time. You've been there a lot of time. But I want this time to be different time. You're going to meet with our people. And I want it to be very, very different. Appreciate you guys too. All right, guys. I am May 20. Yeah, May 20 until June 3rd. So May 20 in this month, Marit, our family, she'll be in Ethiopia. So while she's there, perhaps we could do another, stream and just, let you guys know if you would like to, to whatever. She's from the Netherlands, and I hope you guys can. I know. I'm not even. Yeah, she'll be with Kemi. Kemi is my brother, is my friend, and she's very close friend with Kemi. Kemi is one of the Christian rapper from Ethiopia. We actually made a song together, and also, you know, I had an interview with him right here. They will be right there. Yeah, so please, you know, yeah, if you wanna, you know, anything in Ethiopia, Marit, you're gonna have the best time in Ethiopia. I know you had, but this time it will be different because we're there with you. Racism and prejudice is the lowest and crappiest form of existence. Absolutely, 1000%. And we're not endorsing that here in Swahili Nation, One Africa. We love you. We love Africa. We love humanity. We care for that. But we still fight for our people at the same time without disregarding other people. You understand what I'm saying? Hooray, Africa. Hooray, Ethiopia. I know she'll have a good time. Sarah, if you're there, I hope she'll have a good time, great time. We appreciate you guys. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you, the team, BJ, Marit, you know, Rinea. We have our Reggie area. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys for now. And let me remove this comment I put you here for a long time, Marit. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Now, bye-bye, guys.